Hello, and welcome to Lightning on the Wolf, Smec Supermoto Championship, August 12th through the 14th, 2022. We are on location in Shawano, Wisconsin. The track is drying out and slowly warming up. After a few inches of rain yesterday, the amateur class is ready to race. Let's go to the grid.
Amateur.
I love this start so much.
Nowhere to go.
Yep. So I was far right on that one. And everyone got held up, so went from like 8th to 4th.
This class is so squirrely. I don't know how you guys deal with these first laps. Like this is, you guys are...
I was gonna say, I see some knees out, some feet down.
Yeah, watch this inside.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Side corner.
Where was he planning on turning?
I think he was like, I think that was attempted murder. Amateur classes is why you always gotta watch these guys, dude, because it's just like, I mean, it's unfortunately comedy for us, but for you guys, it's probably not all that much comedy.
It's entertainment for sure.
So at this point of the race, the mud was pretty slick.
Yeah, this was still when it was kind of like, it was still definitely slimy feeling, but the lines were starting to form.
Yeah, we took 10 seconds off from qualifying to our race.
Dude, how good did that rut get right here by the end of the day?
Unreal.
This straightaway was a nightmare in the beginning of the day.
Yeah, I almost got tossed off that jump coming back onto the asphalt. I just like slid off the face.
And you guys had Super Carl sandbagging the amateur class.
He wasn't on pole though. Burge was on pole, and Super Carl was in the second spot of the grid.
Benelli, where did you qualify this day?
8th.
Okay.
That was like, I don't know, 8-9 seconds off.
Was this your first time going to Shawno?
Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
Oh god,
my
that guy.
Was that the same guy on the first lap that died?
Oh my god! Look, and then he just what? Like, what's the passing method there? I'm sorry, but like, I come from
At least you
Moto.
made sure to like close off his gate on the exit of that corner.
Yep. Almost lost the front though.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Jeff's still rocking reins on this.
Wow, Johnny with the drive on the little 350, getting past that Honda 450.
Johnny Bang.
Yeah, Rydalsh is running his reins front and rear.
Yeah. That Clayton Moyer kid that had started running the series this year, he picked it up quick, and this was, I mean, you can see here how he's definitely quick in the dirt, like you were talking about, Jeff,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But guys like that, that's why one reason I love watching the amateur classes. You really get to kind of see that true spectrum that I feel like is Supermoto, because you get the guys that have like a road race orientation and they can fly on the asphalt and have like speeds maybe even close to the pro class, like Super Carl and stuff on the asphalt, but then they get to the dirt and they're like so far off the pro class pace. And you got guys like Clayton who are really fast in the dirt but like kind of didn't have it all figured out on the asphalt yet. So you get these like, but for you guys that's also got to be hard to deal with because you guys have crazy closing speeds on each other sometimes, depending on if the guy you're battling has like mad ability on one side of the track compared to the other, you know?
Yep. And that shows at the end of this race, after I go down, Clayton and I go back and forth like 3 or 4 times. Just in 2 laps. Because I can close him on the asphalt, but he'll get me back in the dirt every lap. So it's awesome.
Did Clayton have slicks? Was this the first time he rode slicks, or was he still on like those DOT tires and he didn't know any better?
You can see
DOTs.
those are-
On this
Oh
one.
boy. Oh boy. I wish I worked that inside line better coming onto the dirt. I always kept going wide and like still not going for the double. I feel like that slowed me up a lot. I could have just cut inside and still not doubled.
Yeah, if you're not doubling, you can go inside. But why weren't you doubling?
Well, no one was. Well, not no one, but there weren't a lot of people doubling.
I mean, you know, Buff Daddy was seat bouncing that thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No.
Okay, Johnny, this inside line.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you kind of make that? Okay, you didn't make that work. I was gonna say, how you make that work?
Those guys weren't taking that outside corner that fast.
And you were just like, I can't follow. You guys are jamming me up.
I'm not good at passing, man. I
Yeah,
just
Johnny, get
hire Dave.
past that guy.
Jeez.
I had like a decent lap time up there with the faster guys, but no, I just couldn't get around these guys.
Carl with a 154. We qualified with like I qualified with like a 107.
I don't even remember my times here. Ooh,
Like-
taking the scenic route out there, huh?
Saw a ladybug.
I think at the end of the race I did like a 159.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. And both you guys, you were definitely more consistent, except for one lap when you go down. But Johnny built speed throughout the main. Johnny started off going about 10 seconds slower than he did by the end of it.
Yeah, I think I was at a 2-minute flat or a 159 right in there with my best lap, but they weren't. There's not enough of them.
Jeez.
You can see the motocrosser in them.
Yeah, he turns it on in dirt.
Yeah. Oh, I get hung up by the Canadian.
Yeah, you were closing down on Mike there. You got away again.
Yeah, he's the nicest guy, but
Yeah. I love his beard.
yeah.
I ask you guys why, when the section you guys just went through after their section, that first tight 180, both you guys, Jeff, not so much you, but definitely Johnny, you guys run wide out of there. Why are you guys not doing yourselves a favor and setting yourself up like 3 corners ahead on the asphalt?
Johnny.
So enter tighter on that first cue.
It's like sometimes on the asphalt you have to like sacrifice a little bit of speed in that one corner to gain, like you sacrifice a tenth in that corner to gain 0.6 in the next 2, you know? So it's like you might lose a little bit in this moment, but overall it gains you half a second in your lap time or whatever. And like that section after the dirt is super crucial. If you could exit that corner like on the very inside of the track and then turn up that hill and be wide open, you gain so much time.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Dude, we could have worked in a pretty good rut on that inside.
I know Reimer was able to seat bounce it from the inside. But
Oh, wow.
the few times I tried it, I was like, I am not risking seat bouncing that while you're, because we were still carrying some pretty good lean angle there. You definitely had to like not float. Like if you floated through the corner with speed, I feel like it would have been really hard to double. So I think in the pro class, you mainly saw us being real one line right there and just running that outside.
All right. Just gonna head straight towards the apex there, huh?
I mean, I think you should have just gone for it. Should have just gone for the kill shot there.
I was trying to be nice.
There ain't no being nice in racing if you want to win.
I can't believe Holbacher. Who else was going? Was Shane jumping that inside rumble
Oh yeah,
strip?
that bump going down that
Dude,
hill. Yeah, the
so
camera
gnarly.
really doesn't do that downhill justice in how you G out in there, huh?
That was a hill?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a good amount of elevation to this track.
You can see some spots.
Like that's pretty much uphill.
Yeah, this corner here was an abrupt uphill. It doesn't really look as much like the bike's naturally. It was really fun because you come over it and when you're on the throttle, you're kind of spinning sideways and you're scrubbing dirt off your tire. And then the bike comes over the hill and goes into a wheelie while you're spinning your rear. And it's a really cool feeling.
You're kind of climbing a little bit, like after
Yeah,
like
this
right here.
this is a hill, and then
Yeah.
you bike naturally kind of wheelies, and then you
drop down
and
a
then
little
you
bit.
G out into this, and the bike kind of loads, and as you come up over this hill, it slides.
I got the double like twice clean, but then I kept casing it like real good. So I just decided to.
Yeah, I can't
Go ahead and
claim I
not
was
do
in
that.
it.
That dirt looks way better than it was right there.
Yeah, at this point I was starting to gain speed and like Mike was slowing down.
I come back.
Oh come on, stuff him.
Yeah, I did it there.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Maybe it's just a 505 thing. Maybe you're gonna get put on double secret probation like Amazon.
Double secret probation.
I'll sit in the timeout box and
You ever hear us? I don't know if it was. I don't think we were in that corner of this moto, but the motos where we stood in that corner and tried to cheer you on, Johnny. Could you hear us?
Oh yeah. That's why I was waving at you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It was worth the like 0.2 of a second that I was wasting.
Those S turns were like my favorite part of the track.
This sliding into this corner right here that Jeff's going into. Oh, that one felt so beautiful because like the way you naturally were kind of going from turning right to flicking it left into that corner, it made the bike just want to really slide.
Johnny, just
Yeah,
pass
that's
him.
dive bomb. That's the dive bomb guy.
Yeah. No. This is,
He
this is
screams
different-
at
this is a
him.
different guy. That was Matt. This is a different guy.
Oh, are you getting him on the outside?
Oh,
Mateo was the dive bomb.
Oh, I like it.
oh, he held it on deeper. Okay.
I love it.
Nice. Gonna get you, Mike.
Oh, he's coming after Mike's on bikes.
So I thought I only
This
had like
outside in the first moto, I felt like was so good.
I never even tried
Holbacher
it.
was using it too, but like Holbacher was like wheeling out of it,
Goodness.
which was kind of nuts.
So I kind of panicked.
Just because
I thought
you wanted to really move forward.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if I could pass him on the asphalt,
Oh,
Mm. Oh yay!
and I thought I only had a lap left. Oops.
It happens.
oh.
And then here comes Johnny. Yes.
I heard that. Heard that.
Yeah. Bang that thing.
As you're about to crash yourself trying to get your fucking.
I always try to slap it back in place. It bothers me visually to have it dangling, but then
No, that bothered me when that happened to me in Sturgis, but and I banged them back real quick, but like I made sure I wasn't gonna wad myself at high speed doing it. Hey, yeah, like almost a little head shake going for her.
so Clayton, was it just Clayton that you lost a position to, or did you lose 2 positions there, Jeff?
Just Clayton at this point.
Okay, but now Johnny's gotten up to.
Yeah, I lost like 10 seconds.
Let's go, Johnny Bang!
I know. It's okay to be Team Finale.
I'm Team Johnny Bang right now.
So close the gap on Clayton because I've got asphalt.
Yep, he's on. He hasn't quite figured it out, and he's on DOT tires, which not fun.
Yep.
Power wheeling down the hill, dude.
And pass him in a wheelie. But now we're in the dirt.
Was Clayton on an old 350 or was he on a 450?
I think it's a 450 XCF.
Okay. Party time. Yeah, he sent it. Dude, that was... You could send that wall, but that was a harsh landing to flat like that.
Just don't get why more people aren't going to the inside right there in that corner. That outside just looks chewed.
No, dude, the outside was beautiful.
Yeah,
It's just muddy.
are you
Yeah,
talking
it
about
was
the 90
mostly-
inside before that section, or are you talking about the inside 180?
Inside on the 180.
Yeah, Johnny did it once, and I don't know how he made it work, but like, I don't know,
working
in my
online
class,
to make
there
it
was
work.
no way. Like,
Yeah, no.
it was, that rut got so insane, like, we were able to rip it so hard, like, you come out and you just be in a wheelie down that straightaway, like, you were just holding a 450 wide open in
And you like didn't even have to
And it
break that
didn't
much to
spin.
get into it.
It
Like
was
you
nuts.
just
Yeah, you would just go
fly
in
into it.
and just lean in, and like by the end of the day, I have a picture of Johnny Bang laying in the rut, and the rut is encapsulating his body.
It was like literally riding a rail.
Yeah, and like the
It was
little
nuts.
horseshoe cuts in the Metzler tires we got, there was just imprints of that little horseshoe shape
And this
in
is
the dirt,
track
like,
you told
because
me
we
that
weren't
I
even
really
spinning.
needed to go to.
Yes.
Come on, Johnny, get him.
I think it's my
Let's go,
favorite
Johnny
section.
Bang!
So yeah, even with this gap,
Almost
he's still catching.
soft. You can see how soft
To the inside and shut
he's
down the
probably on
line
stock
right
XCF
there.
suspension.
I don't know, just with one thing I guess I've never understood about Supermoto dirt sections is why nobody's like willing to just fly to the inside and shut down the outside line.
I mean, it definitely happens, but sometimes it just, like, on the slicks compared to knobbies,
No, I get
the
that.
chance of, like, you going for the aggressive pass and ending up on the ground, too, is even higher than Moto because, like, your
Yeah.
tires aren't going to stick the same.
And if you miss and they slingshot.
Wait, hang on.
past you-
Did he just pass you on the inside on that 180?
Yeah, I'm not as fast. Yeah, he's a full.
I just asked about it the lap
We're
before.
going to chalk it up to, this is amateur class, Rocky.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Yeah, he's
And
on
and
DOTs.
Clayton here that he's behind is a motocrosser who's learning Supermoto, so Jeff definitely got speed on him on the asphalt, but Clayton had
Oh,
pretty much
dude, I like
pro
that.
levels, or at least much closer to pro level speed in the dirt compared to.
I don't know how he pulled off a pass around the outside on that corner. That was cool.
And it's what, last lap now?
Yeah, that's right.
Johnny Bang better go for a takeout.
If I was closer.
I'm sorry, but last lap, this close, where I'm at, like on your helmet, I would go full send in this section just to make it. Right here.
You gotta be careful on this section. This section was deceiving how if you tried to go too late in the brakes, because like it would G out and so it would really load, and you could get some really crazy heavy braking done. But then as soon as the bike unloaded, if you're still going too hot, you're blowing that corner. Like this is a very technical track. The line for the fast guys is like very skinny, very, very skinny.
So he may get me again.
Yep, on the inside.
Johnny's
Crazy.
following him. And what's
He's
crazy
running it
is
fast.
like in the pro class, that inside line was not an option, like whatsoever.
No, I believe it. And,
Did
oh,
learn my
Johnny
lesson.
Bang's gonna get him! Johnny Bang!
Oh, slide in.
Little bobble.
Kill him, Jeff.
Come on, Johnny Bang! Let's go, Johnny! Hold him up!
He almost got me back. He almost got me back right here.
The last corner magic.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
No wheelies, boys? Come on.
Hey, you gotta watch out for them wheelies.
Poor Jeff.
I know. I got bit in the same spot twice.
Well, I mean,
So it should have been third.
but you made the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but you clinched the title, so it could have gone worse.
True.
Yep.
And you redeem yourself, Moto 2.
Yep. So Burge was running a rain front on these races and a slick rear.
That's nuts in that drive conditions. Like there's definitely some really green spots on the asphalt that day because of the rain and stuff, but man, I can't imagine trying to run a rain front.
He was quick.
But yeah, he did a 157 as his best lap. I mean, that's decent.
Sponsored by
Toxic Moto Racing. Your premier supplier of Supermoto parts and accessories.